Now, Mike, you talked about how Denmark has said Greenland is not for sale. Greenlanders have said Greenland is not for sale. Is this perhaps a unifying moment for Greenlanders, and could they make a play for complete and total independence?
Definitely. In many ways, I think this helps to unify Greenlanders around the cause of certainly defending their own territorial integrity and their own autonomy, as not only as, being part, not simply as being part of Denmark, but also being Greenlanders themselves, right? And so, I think public opinion polls have indicated that less than 10% of Greenlanders would consider entertaining a plan to join the United States. So there's quite substantial support for Greenlanders remaining independent, right? It becomes a little bit more of a tricky question, I think, as to whether Greenlanders would prefer full independence from Denmark versus staying with Denmark. On the one hand, it might depend in part on whether you think you might have a greater sort of security shield when you're, part of Denmark and part of the EU still, right? A Greenland going it alone might be a weaker Greenland. So I think that and that was reflected in the recent vote, the recent elections on Greenland as well. I think Greenlanders themselves are still debating and struggling through what's the best position, what's the best footing we can take forward in thinking about this new world in which we have come under threat.